I got to get back to the calls. Stephanie in New York is on the line over here. Stephanie, how are you doing?
Hey,
Hey, it's been a little while.
it's actually Bagel Karen. I don't know if you remember me.
I do remember you. I brought
Uh,
you up to my friend. I was texting with my friend over the weekend that Shiloh, this young lady who said the young mother who said the N-word to some person
yes,
who may have deserved it, reminds me of you.
I know, and it's just such a mystery to me that nobody is bringing it up in the public sphere about what I went through and what my kids went through, and it seems it's because my kids are black that what I went through doesn't count.
You think so?
I mean, that's what people call me, a mud shark, say I'm a race mixer, say my kids are mongrels, and I felt like that was the reason why back 4 years ago nobody on the Republican side really supported me. But I was a Trump supporter, and it's just really a mystery how this woman who looks very liberal is getting all this support from people who don't even know if she is conservative or Republican or a Trump supporter.
Yeah. So you're you're getting those pangs of envy and unfair feelings, cries of unfair within you over this.
It's not envy. It's just like, why is my story not being connected to this? I feel like I blazed the trail that other people saw the potential to make money off of, and that's really what they care about, is making money off the situation. Whereas for me, like, my books were taken off of Amazon, and people were like, "Oh, you should make an OnlyFans," and it was like, "Oh, I should have just become an online prostitute to capitalize on the situation." But this woman
Terrible.
is just getting handed money. I don't understand it.
It's two different situations in two different times. And you're not the only white woman who's said the N-word. You're definitely not the first to go viral saying the N-word to a perhaps deserving black or a set of
No, I
blacks.
actually am. I actually asked Grok about it the other day on Twitter, and they couldn't find anyone before me who got the attention I did.
I can. We covered it on
Okay.
we covered it on the Jesse Lee Peterson show well before we knew you. A woman said the N-word right outside like a Family Dollar store or something. And then I think there was another one at like a festival who said it. And you're like, yeah, blacks can be racist too. And we asked whether it was racist or not, and we ended up saying, no, she's not racist. She's just trying to make the guy mad or whatever. But don't compare your situation. It's not a good road to go down. You know that.
Well, yeah,
And
but I was also,
they're making all kinds of assumptions about her too. It's just the time was ripe for people to be sick of it and say it. And in 2019, there was a white woman in a restaurant, a 71 or 2-year-old white woman who said the N-word to some black ladies who were not acting
mhm,
ladylike, and she wasn't sorry. She got confronted by the news media, and she said, "No,
mhm.
I said it to make them mad. I know it was offensive. That's why I said it." So many a white woman has popped off at the mouth, rightly or wrongly, and we support the white women's freedom of speech, of course.
I mean, back when this happened with me, you told me that like, I wasn't being a lady doing that, and like, I was seeking attention doing what I was doing. Like, I was just fighting back against the COVID tyranny in New York City with a guy acting like I'm racist because I wouldn't wear a mask. So I acted racist, and it just happened to be recorded.
Right. And was I
But like,
wrong? Was I wrong in those things?
listen, desperate times call for desperate measures, and I think that was a much different situation than a little kid on the playground acting up and calling him a slur. If somebody called my child the N-word because they were acting up, that wouldn't be acceptable.
Why
I
not?
at least
Why
said
not?
I said it to a grown, because you don't
What if
call,
your kid was stealing out of a white woman's purse?
then you come to me and you tell me, "Excuse me, your child is touching my stuff." Like last week on the playground, my little one was playing with chalk, and I saw some little black kids looking at it like they wanted to go over and take the chalk, and they did. She didn't see it. And I went up to them, and I was like, excuse me, can I have the chalk back? That's all I said to them. I wasn't like, F you, N-words. I just got the chalk back politely.
But you didn't see the whole situation that this young lady went through. It's like it's a different situation.
She's not a young lady. She's 38 years old.
That's
and
young to me.
That's not, listen, she's only 5 years younger than me, and according to Lily Gaddis, I'm dried up and jealous and old, and that's why I don't like her, when the reality is, like, she's just another one of these women who saw all the attention I got and decided to capitalize on it.
It's not all about you necessarily. This is like a cultural issue where the N-word is something people overreact to. Don't be necessarily so self-centered about this issue, Stephanie. And I said
Dude,
that because I'm your friend.
I had my life destroyed. If you Google me, like, it still comes up. I can never get a job again if I wanted to. But you don't need a job?
But you're doing just fine without a job. Am I right?
I'm living in the projects and I'm on disability. Is that doing just fine? I have a degree from NYU, and if I ever tried to get a job, people would Google it and see, like, think I'm this racist, crazy, especially now with these other women coming out there and trying to copy me and make money and profit off
But you're
of
saying
it.
Copy me, but it's not about you necessarily, because
it's about the trend I set. I set the trend for this, bro. I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Not true.
No, I'm Bagel Karen. I'm literally like a Karen because of that. And like I'm saying, I can't get a job now.
Right, and whose fault is that? But you can get a job, but you have a can't-do attitude.
It's not my fault.
How is it not your fault?
Because all I was doing was like responding to the tyranny in New York City with the masks.
Right.
And you're going to you guys told me at that time, like, oh, I remember Joel Friday saying there's never a good reason for a white person to say the N-word.
Well, Joel is just, that's his opinion. Do you remember JLP?
With all of you guys.
Yeah,
he supported me. He did.
See?
He said it to me, but then he started interrogating me about my children's father. Like that has anything to do with it.
But it doesn't have anything to do with it. He's interested in your life because your life is bigger than this. But you've made this thing your life.
I haven't made it my life.
You're at once bragging about it and complaining about it.
Listen, Dr. Phil wanted me to do his show in 2022, and my mother said to me, "Don't do that." Look at all these names
you're name dropping.
No, I was going to go on Dr. Phil, but my mother wouldn't watch the kids. She said, "You have children. You shouldn't be running out there and it's seeking attention for this." And I mean, looking back on it now, like maybe she's right. The past 4 years I've spent raising my children and keeping to myself, and my children are doing very well, even though we live the way we do.
Right. So you are doing just fine. Just because you're in the projects, have to live amongst dirty people, degenerates, it's not like you're so holy.
That's not true. That's not, what?
You're acting like the projects are bad, and now you're acting like the projects are not so bad?
Listen, I live in the projects on the Lower East Side, so I love my neighborhood. I'm actually really lucky to live where I live.
You got your disability, but your only problem is your attitude towards your life and toward everybody.
My attitude is that these white women who are going through the same experience I did, from Lily Gaddis to now this Shiloh person, are refusing to acknowledge what I went through when they say that, oh, we're finally fighting back against people canceling people and ruining their lives, when I'm one of the people whose lives was canceled and ruined, just like Central Park Karen. And no one's even bringing her up either. It's not funny, James.
It is.
Okay?
It is funny.
It's not.
Yes, it is, because you're being a complainer.
I'm complaining about the fact that people won't acknowledge what other women have gone through and their children because my children are black.
Yep. You're complaining.
This whole movement right now that's celebrating this and giving this woman money. It's all based on racism. It's all based on
There's no such thing, and you know that.
Then how come all these people are saying about me that I'm a race mixer, I'm a mud shark, my children are Mongols?
Because people have been pushing the race mixing agenda, and they're sick of seeing it. So they're overreacting.
What?
They're sick of seeing the race mixing agenda being gone along with, and you fell for it. And fine.
I didn't fall. Listen,
you
bro.
fell for you fell for a black
homosexual. I didn't fall for it, but that's a whole other story I'm not getting
You
into.
did
'Cause
fall
my
for
son
him.
is
If you didn't
homesick
fall
right
for him, you
now.
wouldn't have slept with him and made kids by him. You
You
fell
don't
for
know
him.
the story, and I'm not getting into it because I have young
I
children.
don't have to
I
know
would
the
rather
story.
focus. No, you do, okay? Because there are circumstances that surround people doing what they do in life, okay?
Because you
Just like
fell
I'm
for
sure
him.
there's a circumstances why you don't have any children right now, James.
And why are you trying to
Okay?
attack me?
Because you're attacking my personal life and
I
you
am
don't know
not.
the story.
I'm not. I'm
You
not
are.
attacking your personal life.
You're saying that I slept with a black guy and all this stuff. You don't know the story surrounding why my children's father got that whole situation happened.
I didn't.
Okay?
I didn't think about the
Maybe
situation.
if all these white women, white men weren't like homosexuals, there would actually be white men for white women to date and marry and have children with. Have you ever thought about that?
It sounds like you're the racist.
Racism isn't real, you just told me.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
you
talking about,
believe in
I'm
it.
talking about,
You believe in
I'm
it, and
talking
now
about
you're spouting off
LGBTQ stuff.
anti-white man stuff.
I'm talking about if someone were to call my child the N-word, what is that racism?
Nope, it's not.
No. Then what is it? It's just straight up hatred, right?
Not necessarily.
Then what is it?
It called your son the N-word.
Who has the right to call my son the N-word?
It's America. They can do it.
Okay, listen. This is why you
did
don't
it.
have any kids. I called a black man the bitch-ass nigger, which is like saying you're a fat...
Bye. What an angry, ego-driven woman. Bagel Karen. She's worse off than before. She's not better. She's bitter. Rest in peace, Bagel Karen. What a mess. Sorry, kids. Terrible. She's still mad at Joel Friday. Joel Friday's just saying what he thinks. Shout out. Anyway,